Aloha everyone, thank you guys so much for coming back to my channel. My name is Brian. Welcome to Back with Brian, and I hope you guys are enjoying my latest video. So thank you guys so much for watching and liking and commenting down below on my latest K1 visa journey and timeline. So I'm very fortunate to be approved, and thank you so much who've been so kind to message me and showing me this wonderful experience. So thank you guys for been subscribing and liking my videos. Means so much to me, and I definitely hope that you guys are going through this process and you guys staying positive and looking forward to be reconnected with your significant other or your fiance. So let's keep fighting, keep staying strong, and stay positive with your folks' journey, and everything else will hopefully be easier for you once everything gets approved and you get to see your fiance in no time. But anyway, this video I'm gonna be talking about is gonna be what do you do pretty much after you do get approved. So pretty much once you get approved from your K1 visa, from your I-129F, you're definitely be getting a notice of action of the 797. And that's going to be your notification that you get approved from your K1 visa. It's going to be directly in the mail to you as the petitioner who's going to be sponsoring your spouse or sponsoring your fiance. And from there, once you get approved, the next best thing is start organizing and start putting things together for your fiance, or let your fiance put things together so then you get everything all ready by the time it's gonna be in transit, and it's gonna be going through the next stage of being the cases being received to the embassy or the consulate of your fiance's country. So the first thing for the beneficiary, which is gonna be your fiance, the first thing they definitely need for like evidence or like documentation is gonna be their passport. You definitely need to let your fiance know that she needs to make a copy of her passport or his passport to make sure it's on file. The next thing is you definitely gotta do the DS-160, and once you do the DS-160, you pay, and then you're gonna be submitting. You're gonna get a confirmation letter. So that's the letter you definitely need to make sure that your fiance must print it out and have a copy. So what I recommend everyone, before you do make copies, always make 2 to 3 copies. Just in case if anything happens, you have backup copy as much as possible. The third thing you should definitely do is which is going to be me and your fiance, is you definitely need to have your notice of action letter number 1 and notice of action number 2. Now you can bring the person who's going to be sponsoring, the petitioner, which is going to be me. I'm going to be sending the letters to my fiance, and I already made extra copies for her. So just in case if they want the originals, when she does her interview, she can show the real copy, or she can just give them the copies I made for her as well too. So either way, I'm gonna give both. So make sure you give both when you actually have that. The fourth thing that the beneficiary needs to provide is their birth certificate. So make sure your fiance does have their original birth certificate, and print it out or make a copy. Make sure it's actually in hand to your documents of submitting to the evidence prior to your interview. So the next thing you're gonna be doing is number 5 is you're gonna be going to a store to print out your passport pictures. It has to be 2 by 2 of the passport pictures, and you're gonna make 2 sets. So just make sure you have 2 sets when it comes to your passport pictures. So the next thing you definitely need to make sure your beneficiary needs to do is they need to have their MRV receipt. That's gonna be definitely important, so make sure you add it to your documents of the evidence. So the last 2 things that the beneficiaries needs to do before booking their interview and to making sure everything is gonna be good and complete is, one is gonna be having their medical examination finished, and also completing their police report. So the beneficiary needs to make sure those are going to be the last 2 things that they need to complete to make sure their medical report is going to be good for their health, their I mean, I'm not too sure what they're gonna do, making sure their blood pressure is good, making sure they have no illness, making sure they can travel correctly, you know, with their health. I'm sure their police exam report is going to be making sure they do a background check, making sure there's no criminal background history when it comes to your fiance. And I'm sure they're going to be doing any fingerprints and pretty much whatever they're going to ask the fiance regarding about their report. So those are going to be the last two things that they will definitely need to complete. What I did is that when it comes to my end, is I actually made this for her. So this is all her, pretty much her evidence that I created for her. So it has all the video chats, text messages, a copy of my I-29F, also has pictures, NOA letters, duplicates of copies and originals, and the supporting documents that I need to add to her so then she's be ready for her interview. For my situation, when it comes to what I need to provide to give to her, is one is going to be the petitioner form, which is the affidavit financial support. This is going to be the I-134, and what you need to do is either the beneficiary or the petitioner can fill it out. You can either do it online or you can actually print it out and make sure you write it in black ink, and then that's going to be the way you have to give it to your fiance. And it's a way to support your fiance when she comes to America or he comes to America. So make sure that the petitioner, which is going to be me, I'm going to be the one that's going to be filling it out, or if the beneficiary, which is going to be your fiance, she can fill it out online as well too. So either or she can print it out as well too, and she can fill it out. So vice versa. But for me, I rather fill it out because it's going to make it easier for her, that she has it on hand, and everything should be like crossed to the T, to everything that's going to be complete. So what I did was fill it out. I submitted all the information as well too, with all my evidence. They also need your W-2 2021, like your taxes. So like I said, got my W-2 right over here. Definitely got my IRS tax form as well too, and then just in case, a copy of my I-29F. So I have all these documents ready for her to go. So then I made copies to make sure it's part of her documents. What I also did was I made copies of my passport. I made copies of my birth certificate. I made a copy of my NOA letters 1 and 2. And then anything when it comes to like assets of supporting my fiance. So when it comes to like banking, anything when it comes to like how you're gonna support her, all my evidence, it's all in here. So I was kind enough to actually do this for her and, you know, make it easier, but just want to show you guys what I've been doing. So the first thing you should definitely do once you get approved is start preparing. This is the most important thing that makes it so much easier when time's going by, because once it gets in transit and once it goes into the embassy or the consulate, you're like ready to go. Your fiance can definitely start doing the process. She can start booking her interview date, the time in there as well too, so everything will be in a smooth transition as well. But just want to let you guys know that's what I've been doing. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and that's pretty much about it. So if you guys enjoyed it, please hit the like button, subscribe to my channel, leave a comment down below. I hope you guys get to be where I'm at, and then I hope everything will work on your folks end. And I'm very crossing fingers and praying for each and one of you that are going through this. You guys are doing great. Keep your faith up, keep your relationship in a very positive way, and you guys will make it through. So signing off, my name is Brian. You guys have a great day. Aloha.